Okay, hello guys. Today we'll be making an educational video on parts on a race car. So, I got my race car in here today, and we're going to be looking at it, and I'm going to be describing the parts on it. And you guys hopefully can learn something from this. And yeah, so here we go. First, learning about the radiator. So, this is a radiator that pulls air, that gets air pulled from the fan right there. It pulls air in, and this filters it out, and it's gonna help keep this motor cool. So that is the radiator, and so basically this is the car's engine right here. So we're going over some of the stuff here. So this is going to be your carburetor. So your carburetor helps fuel and stuff get through into the motor. This is your throttle linkage right here. And then we got your heads. That's where basically you got to check that when you take an engine out, get it built brand new and stuff. Just make sure they're set up right for your racetrack, wherever you're going. This is the fan. Right here, the fan. And then we got our fuel pump. And then we got our headers right here. And then you can see the fuel pan's down here. Oh, sorry, not the fuel pan. The oil pan's down here. And then we got our oil filter down in there. And then this is the distributor that you hook up spark plug wires to. Spark plugs go down in there. And then this is your MSD box, controls, RPMs, stuff like that. Basically, where I race, you got to have it 6,000. And yeah. So now we're going to go to the front end, and this is your front hubs. So what happens is you take a tire, you put it on there, bolt it on with these little lug nuts right here. And this is your brake caliper that goes on and obviously stops the brakes. Here's your brake lines. You're going to run up through the car. And then we got tie rods that helps the car steer. Axles down here. And then we got the front bumper, front nose. Everything normal there. This side, same thing. Everything's the same. These are your shock towers. Sorry, don't have shocks on it right now, but I'll show you them in a second. But, yeah, so that's basically the front half of the car. And then we're going to go here to the back. So you have your steering arm down here and right here. This is your on and off switch for your car, and then your muffler in the back. And then you got this rod connected here to the rear end of the car with the brake caliper right there. Here's our rear end hubs. You got to get them greased up so they keep nice and running over the lights and stuff. There's your rear end, drive shafts in there, the tranny covers in there. We'll get to that in a minute, but yeah. So basically, there's your bumpers. This is the side panel, fuel cell right here. And basically, it's really what you need to get this car running. Otherwise, than a body. But bodies, it's out getting wrapped right now, so we'll figure that out in a little bit. But this is your steering box right here. That's what the steering box is, basically something that you hook your wheel onto. So your wheel's right here, a nice big wheel, so you can get more handle of it. And you got your switches there, the blower for your helmet's there, the ignition's right there next to it. That's the start button, and this is something called the right front shutoff, which you use for some small block cars. And then there's your shifter and stuff, and then your tranny's down in there. And here's your seat. Obviously, you need that to keep yourself safe. But I forgot to tell you that this is a 602 crate engine. And it runs pretty good, so yeah. And then I'm going to go over here. Basically, I'm just going to walk around the car. and stuff. And these are some of my shocks. These are shocks that have coil springs on them. And that's what you run on the race car, basically, to keep it up and running through holes and stuff. Because if you didn't have them on there, your car would bottom out. So you got to kind of have them on there to keep your car running. And here's the other side. This is the engine pan right there. Side just a little bit different because this right side tube here for the rear end has to come out a little bit more, just because I'll show you the tire sizes later, because it's just a little bit bigger. Here's your shock mount for the rear end. And then this is your transponder mount, a little red box thing you go on there, and it'll track your lap times and stuff, so you know. And yeah, so the car looks pretty good. Getting there, getting ready to go out for practice this here in a few weekends. And yeah, so that's basically what we have on our race cars. And we're gonna go over here to our tires, and I'll explain to you what these are. So this one right here is a left rear. Pretty sure 85. Yeah, 85, 87 inches usually. And then we got this right rear tire right here. Hoosiers. This is a 92-inch tire. And then this is another left rear, same thing. This is a right rear as well. Just a different compound. This is a 400. And that one down here, this is a 300. And the difference between them, this one is a little bit harder compound for longer races and different tracks. This is another right rear tire, and also here are some shocks and stuff. And then we have a right front tire right here. Right fronts usually range from 82 inches to nothing else, but here's your left front tire. This one is an 82 as well. Just a little bit thinner in diameters. And yeah, so that's your tires. Here's a comparison. So this would be a set. This one would be a left front, right rear, and a left rear. That'd be a set. So that's what you'd put on your car. So these two are for the fronts, these two are for the backs. You basically put them on the car to just make it roll. So, and then we got our body panels over here. Yeah, so these are the body panels, and basically them are for the outside of the car to make it look prettier. And yeah, so then we have some rims right here. Put these in between the tires. Obviously, you can see the tire there with rims inside of it. And you got your sheet metal here to put the car together. So, yeah. And that's basically all the parts to a car. And here's an also bare chassis getting put together. So, yeah. And also we have some outside bumpers to put on. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. And, hopefully you guys can tune in next time. And, yeah, thank you.